What's up, everybody? Once again, it is time for Funko News. This edition of Funko News was recorded on January 22nd, 2023. As usual, I'm starting off with the focus on figures that are available right now. This does include the Hot Topic exclusive Wednesday Pop, which is also available with Pop Culture. That is an Australian-based website that usually does not ship to the US, but if you check with them, they might be shipping to US and Canada for that particular figure. But again, like I said, it is a Hot Topic exclusive, so it should be pretty easy to get a hold of. Initially, this seemed like it was going to be a diamond pop, but I think it's actually a metallic pop. I've not seen it up close with my own eyes just yet, though. You also see here the Scooby-Doo mashup with Looney Tunes pops. Those are available right now. That does include the pop ride there as well. And those are common figures, so you can find those pretty easily with various retailers. Everything you see here at the bottom of the screen, this is available with Funko.com right now. That does include Mulan with pin, Hedwig with the pop tee, and then also this Five Nights at Freddy's Scare in the Box game as well. And keeping a focus on Funko.com, the Wednesday with Cello Pop did become available, and it actually sold out, and it sold out kind of quickly, which surprised me initially, but then I thought about it. That series has been pretty popular, so yeah, I guess it's not a complete surprise then. So yes, Wednesday with Cello did release, and that did sell out, so if you want that now, you would have to go to the second market for it. You also see here this Death Row hat and Death Row beanie that are available. Of course, this is part of Funko's collaboration with Snoop Dogg, so those are available on Funko.com right now. You also see here two Freddie Mercury pops that are available. That does include the platinum one, which comes along with a pin. Now, I know that is also a Hot Topic exclusive. You see the sticker there, but this is available on Funko.com as well. And then the diamond Freddie Mercury as King that you see here, that is only on Funko.com. The Flock Chewbacca is available again. This was previously available on Shop Disney, but it's available on Funko.com right now. And I believe this is based on that notorious Star Wars holiday special from back in the day. And then you see here this new Minnie Mouse pop, which is not available just yet. You can sign up for a notification if you're interested in it. I think it has a really interesting look to it. I'm already wondering if Funko is going to do some other characters in this style. And this is part of the Disney 100th anniversary figures that are becoming available. Again, you can sign up for the notification for that particular figure if you are interested. So Funko will have a booth at Emerald City Comic Con, also known as ECCC. That is coming up soon. And one of the exclusives that they're going to have is the Blacklight Crusaderette, which is one of the mascots for that particular event. If I learn more about some other Emerald City Comic Con exclusives, of course, I will share that information in a future video. The Sid and Marty Krofft NFTs did become available on January 17th, and you see the physical pops here. That does include Freddy Funko as Sleestak. I do remember that the itty bitty pops are on the way. Still don't know when those are going to actually start to show up in stores, but you see that Harry Potter is going to be part of the mix there. This product to me does make some sense. I know some people are very limited in space, especially when it comes to trying to be a collector. So I get why Funko is doing this here. It's going to be interesting to see though if this actually takes off and if it lasts, if it stays around. We'll see what happens with it. Getting back to Funko.com, they also have the Foot Locker exclusive Michael Jordan available right now, and I think it does have the special edition sticker on it. I don't think it has a Foot Locker sticker on it, but if you missed that pop, if you're interested in that pop, you can get it with Funko.com. Now, the Box Lunch exclusive glow-in-the-dark Goku that you see here has been available on the website. It's been dropping in and out of availability. The last time I checked, it was not listed, but it may become available on the website again. And also remember that that figure is showing up in Box Lunch locations. So if you have a Box Lunch in your area, you can be on the lookout for that. I would definitely not go second market and pay a high price for that figure. I think it's going to be more readily available in the near future. So like I said, just keep checking the website if you don't have a Box Lunch in your area. There is a Dobby Pop Tee that is available with various retailers. That's a common item, should be pretty easy to get if you're interested in it. These Five Nights at Freddy's 13.5-inch figures that you see here are available for pre-order with Entertainment Earth. I don't know if they're necessarily exclusive with Entertainment Earth, but that's the only place I've seen them listed right now. So you can check that out if you're interested. There is a Deku skateboard deck that is on the way, the one you see pictured here, and it actually has the Crunchyroll insignia on it. Don't know when that's going to become available. If I remember to check for that in the future, I may try to do like a community post once it's available. And you also see here this Todoroki soda, which is on the way very soon here. Of course, this is an international edition there. You can tell by the way the Pog looks there. Yeah, but this should be available pretty soon. There are some more Loungefly mini backpacks on the way because of course there always are, and I just wanted to point out a couple of these here, including the Princess and the Frog mini backpack there. Also with Lord of the Rings, they have the Gandalf versus Balrog mini backpack, which does have some really nice detailing to it. And there's also this Entertainment Earth exclusive Encanto Family Madrigal backpack, which does have some glow-in-the-dark detailing to it. So of course that's, again, with Entertainment Earth, you have to go directly to that site if you're interested in that particular one. And there is a link for Entertainment Earth, which I always keep down in the description if you see any Entertainment Earth exclusives that you are interested in. Now, the vintage Donald Duck may be a Target Con exclusive. That's not 100% right now, but it seems like it could be a Target Con exclusive, which would release in mid to late February. And by the way, with Target Con, I'm going to mention Target Con a couple of times within this video. Doesn't seem like it's like sticking to a particular date this time around because some of the figures are already showing up in stores. So kind of a difference there with this particular Target Con. Also, the vintage Goofy, that is a Target exclusive as well, is pre-sold out on Target's website, but that will be available in stores soon. So if you didn't get a pre-order in, you'll still get another chance at that particular figure. The Skeleton Stitch with glow-in-the-dark chase is available for pre-order with Entertainment Earth, and they're pretty good about being fair at their opportunities to get chases. So you can get that with them, and that is up for an April release. The Diamond Maleficent figure did release previously with the Pop Tee, but now you can get it as a standalone figure, and that's already showing up in some Target locations, and it does have a Target Con sticker on it. Now, I did mention previously the common Dolly Parton pop figure, which is available for pre-order, of course, with various retailers, but she is going to get a Funko.com exclusive as well coming in the near future. There is a glow-in-the-dark Bruno pop on the way, of course, Bruno being from Encanto. Right now, I don't know if this is going to be with a particular retailer or with Funko.com. If I learn any more about that upcoming release, of course, I will share that with you all. Teen Titans Go NFTs are on the way, and those will become available on January 31st. A Moon Girl pop is on the way, but this is based on the animated series, not the comic, the upcoming animated series, which definitely seems aimed towards a pretty young audience. I know some comic fans may like to see another version of her, but yeah, this animated series seems very geared towards a young audience. There is a Spider-Man comic cover, which it seems like it's going to be a Target Con exclusive, should be releasing here in the near future. And you also see here that Funko is re-releasing vaulted pops, and they're going to have some new features to them, including a vault container that they'll come in. They also come along with a card, a coin, a pin, and they had these new bases as well. I'm not sure if they're all going to look exactly like this, but yeah, Funko is kicking this off with Batman. Definitely let me know what you think about that. I hope that they kind of limit, how many figures they pull out of the vault. Obviously, they're going to be different from the originals, so I think the originals will still hold some value to them, but definitely let me know your thoughts about this, though, the idea of Funko bringing some pops out of the vault. Well, how do you feel about that? Back to Entertainment Earth, they have a lot of exclusives going on. So you see they have this mini backpack here focusing on Daredevil, and then they also have this Matt Murdock pop from No Way Home, from the scene, his cameo basically, and where he was catching the brick. Now you see that he's standing up with the pop. I know some people are really sticklers for things being movie accurate, so I'm not sure how some people will feel about that particular detail. For me, it doesn't make a big difference necessarily. Let me know your own thoughts about that, but I think it is a cool pop when it comes down to it. So the mini backpack will release in March, and then the pop will release in April, and you can pre-order those right now. This is the Funko Pop reveal that got me the most excited in the past week or two. You see we have here the Miles Morales Venom with a really awesome looking design to it. This is yet another Entertainment Earth exclusive, and I did my pre-order immediately for this figure, and I'm really hoping that Funko will do a full other Venomized wave. I know that they've already done a lot of popular Marvel characters, but there are still some other characters that could be Venomized as well. As a matter of fact, if you're a big fan of this line like I am, I would love to hear your ideas in the comments. What are some other characters that could get the Venomized treatment? But yeah, again, this pop is available for pre-order right now. Really awesome looking figure. Next up here, we have some random upcoming releases. This does include an exclusive Steph Curry figure, which could be with Fugitive Toys, an Amazon exclusive Thor with pin, and this is part of that Avenger set that they have going on that's very heavily influenced by the classic comics. Also at Target Con, there could be an exclusive Fred Weasley with Weasley's Wizard Wheezes, Pop Town, essentially there. There seems to be a new Hedwig on the way, and he actually has the letter in his mouth, which is a cool detail there. We could be getting Vic Rattlehead of Megadeth. Gloomy Bear should be getting another variant, and this is kind of a translucent Gloomy Bear, but the mold itself doesn't seem to be new. With Target Con, we could get an exclusive glow-in-the-dark Darth Maul and Gar Saxon 2-pack. And then I did want to point out this as well. I saw this floating around on social media that Speedy, which is a Funko.com exclusive, and that's a old, I think it's McDonald's original mascot, if I'm not mistaken. That is supposed to be with Funko.com, and it is still going to release on Funko.com, but some retailers have been receiving like shipments of that figure. I wonder if it got confused with it possibly being like a specialty series figure or something like that, because it seems like some small retailers ended up with it. But yeah, that should still become available on Funko.com in the very near future. And then the big news for the past week, of course, has been the Funko Fair reveals. And Funko is doing reveals across 3 weeks. So they already did the first week. They're also going to have reveals this upcoming Wednesday from the time of this recording, which would be January 25th. And then there's going to be the final reveals on February 1st for this year's Funko Fair. So I think it's kind of interesting the way that they decided to split it up this year. I am going to run through the figures here. And by the way, I do want to point out that most of the figures, including some of the exclusives, are available for pre-order right now. So if you're interested in something, you should be able to track it down, at least most of these, and go ahead and get your pre-orders in. And when you do your pre-order, you should check the date of when it's going to actually ship with that particular retailer. So like I said, I'm going to run through these quickly. I think a lot of you have already seen these at this point. You see here this Justice League of America comic cover, which does feature a Shazam pop. Now the cover heavily shows off Shazam going up against Superman, so it's kind of interesting they just decided to include Shazam, but he does have a movie about to release, so maybe that was the thinking there to give him some shine. You also see here this set featuring Hagrid's hut, and it does have 4 Harry Potter characters in there, so I could see Harry Potter fans being willing to make some room for this particular set. It does appear to have some really nice details to it. So for years, I've been hearing people say that they want Gilligan's Island pops, and they are finally on the way, and they do look pretty accurate to the characters. I think they have some great details here, and I hope that these pops sell well. Sometimes people say they want Funko to do something, Funko finally produces it, and then some of those same people don't even buy it, which I just don't really understand that. So like I said, a lot of people have been saying they want to see Gilligan's Island for years. Now Funko's making it happen, so hopefully these will do well. This is all that they've shown thus far. These are all common figures. I don't know if they're going to put any exclusives into the mix or not. We'll see what happens with that. Next up here, these brandalized figures here. We have the Flying Balloon Girl and the Tagging Robot. I'm already hearing some rumblings, some things going on with these particular figures. I'm just going to say this. I don't know a lot about the art world. I don't know a lot about this particular artist behind these designs. I would just say, if you're able to get your hands on these, might be a good investment, because I'm really not sure how far Funko is going to be able to go with this particular license. So we'll see what happens with that in the future. I'm not going to guarantee, that these could hold good value in the future. I'm just going to say they could possibly be a good investment if you are able to get a hold of these. All right, next up here we have Sir Mix-a-Lot, another pop on the way for him, this time being an album cover. I almost said comic cover, there's so many of those, but an album cover on the way for Sir Mix-a-Lot, which I really do like the look of that one there. The way he's dressed there, that's what I think of when I think of Sir Mix-a-Lot. And then you see here DMX has 2 pops on the way. The one on the left, him in the camo jacket and having, the chain with the X logo, that one to me really screams DMX more so than the other one. The other one, I feel like it's just like there could have been another detail with it to make it feel more like DMX. Definitely let me know what you think about those though, and I'm interested to see, if Funko does some more with DMX in the future. I think there are some other possibilities, like for example with the one on the right, if he had like the Rough Riders bandana on or something like that, I think it would have stood out more. But then I don't know if that will become an issue with the Rough Riders branding or not. Really not sure how that would work, but yeah, definitely let me know what you think about these DMX figures here. So the Five Nights at Freddy's pops that you see here, we've actually seen these pops before. I shared these previously, but there are also some action figures on the way, some plushes. They got the keychains, and they also have some mystery minis on the way. So Funko is doing a lot right here with Five Nights at Freddy's and these particular designs. Moving ahead here, we have figures based on the upcoming Dungeons and Dragons movie. I'm really curious to how that movie is going to do. It looks like it would actually be a lot of fun. I've seen the trailer a couple times in the theater, and I might actually go see this just because it looks like a fun movie. Not necessarily saying it's going to be a great movie with great storytelling necessarily. It just looks like it'll be fun. So yeah, I'm very much interested in the movie, you know, to have a good time with that. I just don't see myself really buying these figures necessarily, though, even though I do think that that really large dragon going on there that's a Walmart exclusive does have an interesting design to it. And then Funko finally did some reveals of some more Demon Slayer figures. I'm definitely going for the glow-in-the-dark Walmart exclusive Rengoku, which should be easy to track down. I've been finding Walmart exclusives pretty easily in my area, so that is the one that I want to go for. And I'm hoping that it's still true that there's going to be, you know, even more variants of Rengoku. We'll see what happens with that. And there's some other really awesome designs that stand out here as well. The Kagaya, I think is how you say that name. That particular figure is available with GameStop and Crunchyroll as well, so you can pre-order that with either retailer. And the Amazon exclusive glow-in-the-dark 2-pack that you see here, that is available for pre-order right now. And some of these others may be available for pre-order as well. You know, some of the other exclusives, you can check those out if you're interested. And by the way, I did share previously a rumored list of some other Demon Slayer figures that could be on the way. So if you did not see that list, you could check the previous Funko News video to find that. And yeah, I think they're doing some great things with Demon Slayer. I just look forward to seeing even more and more because I really do enjoy this franchise. And then with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, we got a lot of reveals as well. As far as the pops are concerned, I do think Adam Warlock is a standout, but I'm really hoping that they do a variant of him that's in an action pose and maybe, you know, a metallic paint job. And even though this one might have some metallic details, it's kind of tough to tell right now, but I'd like to see a variant of Adam Warlock, hopefully. You know, the exclusives here, again, some of these may be available for pre-order, some may not, but I don't think there's going to be anything here that's too difficult to get a hold of. I know that I've seen the flocked Cosmo already available with Hot Topic, and if it's not at the time that you're checking this out, it should be listed again, and then of course it will release in stores. I could see myself getting that flocked Cosmo figure. The new design for Groot, I'm not feeling so much. It really does, you know, like some people have been saying, it looks like a guy in a suit now. It's kind of awkward. Maybe it will look good in the movie, but I'm just not so sure about it right now. So I don't really see myself picking up that particular figure unless I see it up close and the details just win me over. Right now, I just don't see myself going for that. But you see that they do have some pocket pops as well, the keychains, and they do have some plushes in the mix as well. And then there are sodas as well for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I think the sodas look pretty good overall. In some cases, I like the chase more. In some cases, I like the common more. You know, it's kind of a mix for me. I don't really feel like I need both of you know, both versions basically for any particular character. I did go ahead and pre-order that Amazon exclusive Cosmo with the flocked chase. I'm definitely hoping for that flocked chase, but regardless, I do like the look of that, you know, just like I like the look of the pop as well. I think the Adam Warlock is another standout. That is a Walmart exclusive that you can pre-order right now. His chase is pretty awesome there. He actually shows him using his power there. So yeah, the sodas are pretty cool overall. I just don't feel like I'm going to go all in with them necessarily. You see here that there's another pop, or I should say 2 pops of Baby Rocket, because he does have a flocked variant that's going to be a Funko.com exclusive, and I might end up going for that. It's a pretty cute figure there, and I really do like Rocket, and we'll see what happens with the characters, you know, in this upcoming movie. I think it's going to have a lot of sadness to it. You know, we'll see how it pans out though. Another figure that I have to point out here that's not with Guardians necessarily, but we do have this Black Panther figure here representing Civil War. So he is part of that Civil War set. This is the 3rd one that they have revealed. There's definitely some updates to his design here as far as the pop is concerned that I kind of like there. I'm still not sure if I'm going to go for that full set necessarily though. That's 12 pops all together. Definitely let me know what you think about the Civil War set if you're going to invest in that. Me personally, I'm still just kind of holding off. I just don't know about that just yet. So those were all of the Funko Fair reviews, and like I said again, most of these items you can go ahead and pre-order right now. So we do have a rumor mill this time, and as always, some of the rumors may pan out to be true, some of them may not. I also want to remind you, because these are rumors, I can't really provide additional information like possible release dates or anything like that. You know, we'll just have to wait and see what happens with these figures. Target seems to be getting some more exclusive Marvel Blacklight pops, including a 10-inch Groot, Drax, Star-Lord, and a Nebula and Mantis 2-pack. Now, Nebula has been in Blacklight colors in a 2-pack previously with Gamora, but it seems like she's getting the Blacklight treatment again if this turns out to be true. Now, there was a rumor going around about an unmasked friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That is not a rumor, though. I will get to that in a moment for people that decide to stick with the video to the very end, and that'll make sense in a moment. As far as it is concerned, it seems like a dancing Pennywise with glow-in-the-dark Chase could be on the way. That's a rumor that's been floating around for a long time. We'll see if that finally happens. With the Big Lebowski, we could finally get a new pop. That wave of Big Lebowski pops that came out a good while ago, many years ago now at this point, so it'd be interesting to see if they do something different with the Big Lebowski. Maybe we'll even get the dude in his robe, you know, we'll see what happens with that. From The Office, we could get a Michael Scott pop ride. We could get Family Matters pops as well, and definitely take that one with a grain of salt, because there's been rumors like this previously. Like, there were rumors about Fresh Prince of Bel-Air pops coming out, and that never panned out, or at least not at this point. That hasn't panned out, so we'll see if Family Matters actually happens. I would assume the focus would be heavily on Steve Urkel if that does happen, you know, different variants of him, but we'll see. With Peaky Blinders, we could get a Shelby Brothers 3-pack. We could get some more Simpsons Treehouse of Horror pops. I think some people have been waiting on those, so we'll see what happens. We could get a Kermit meme 2-pack. You know, we'll see what happens with that there as well. That could be interesting. From Up, we could get Flock Kevin with babies. I think I've shared that rumor previously. I just want to address it again real quick. With Star Wars, we could get a Jet Trooper, a Damaged General Grievous, and also an Amazon exclusive glow-in-the-dark Day of the Dead 4-pack. That's another rumor I think I shared previously. Just wanted to put that back out there. With Five Nights at Freddy's, we could get some holiday-themed pops. We could get a flocked Snoop Dogg based on his appearance at the BET Awards, and of course he would have a flocked coat and maybe a flocked hat as well. Janis Joplin could be getting a pop. That's a rumor that started floating around right after I did the last video. With Blackpink, we could get a 4-pack. With Demon Slayer, we could get Nezuko kneeling, and also a glow-in-the-dark deluxe Nezuko and Web. And remember, if you have not seen the other rumors for Demon Slayer, check out a previous Funko News video in which I covered that. With Yu-Gi-Oh, we could get a 6-inch Cyber End Dragon and also a flocked and glow-in-the-dark Karibo. And then there seems to be some more Inuyasha pops on the way that even have some pre-orders on smaller websites, but they don't have the actual images yet. So, you know, we'll see what happens with that. Again, with these rumors, you know, just give it time. We'll see what happens with all of these rumors, whether they panned out to be true or not. So I'm giving a spoiler alert right now for the Marvel Collector Core box. I'm focusing on Spider-Man No Way Home. If you don't want to see all of the contents, then please make sure you go ahead and tune out of the video right now. Again, this is a spoiler alert for the contents of the Marvel Collector Core Spider-Man No Way Home box, which of course is exclusive to Amazon. So like I said a moment ago, and I don't think this is really a big deal to have shared this figure a moment ago, the Unmasked Spider-Man is legit. It's actually in this box. So that image had been floating around. Like I said, personally, I don't think that's a big deal. I think the other pop here actually stands out more. This glow-in-the-dark Electro figure with the design of this one actually reminds me of his appearance in Amazing Spider-Man 2 more so. I'm really looking forward to seeing the details up close though and see exactly what Funko did with the design of this particular figure. There's also a pop tee which has the 3 Spider-Man on it. I'm definitely looking forward to wearing that tee. I like the look of that. And then it does include a pin and a decal as well. Just kind of throw in items there. But this box overall I think it's okay. Doesn't really blow me away necessarily. I think I like the t-shirt. I like the Electro pop. The Spider-Man pop to me, not so interesting, but I really can't think of what else interesting they could have done with Spider-Man. I feel like they had to include a Spider-Man in this box. But you know, share your own thoughts about this. Just please give a spoiler alert if you're going to talk about the contents of this box down in the comments, you know, for the people that did decide to tune out. Like I said, I kind of got mixed feelings about this box, but look forward to hearing, you know, some of your ideas for this particular box, what you would like to have seen. All right, y'all, that is going to do it for this edition of Funko News. As always, I hope that you got something out of it. If you've not done so already, please make sure you drop a like on the video. That's a very easy way to show support. I hope that you're already subscribed, and make sure that you have your notifications turned on as well so that you don't miss out on these videos as soon as they drop. Thank you all so much for taking the time to check this out. I hope you all are doing well and taking good care of yourselves, and I will talk to you all again real soon.